Historic downtown Brockton was once again graced with phenomenal pictures of people right here in the community that reflected the city of champions.
So the whole thing got started with, I've been photographing in Brockton for a long time. Brockton's my hometown, and so I started in late 2005 photographing and just trying to meet the people and looking at the old timers and the newcomers and what was left of what it was like when I was growing up here and what's changed since I left in the 80s.
Mary Beth came in my office with Jill Wiley and Maisa from my office, and they talked about doing something with photographs in downtown, and I said, oh, well, maybe we should do something in City Hall Plaza. It doesn't get used enough, and now all of a sudden it's turned into this, which it's great. I think it's really important that a community support its arts, and my real hope is that people will hear about this exhibit and take the time to come down and see it.
Why not do something outside downtown where people don't have to go to a museum or pay an entrance fee, and might even bring people downtown, to try to help with this constant effort to revitalize the downtown, to bring people down here and think about Brockton and think about all the value that's here and the great people and the old architecture. And so that was basically the premise.
You got to bring, as a teacher, you got to bring out who's in front of you, the best out of them. And that's what happened to Rocky, and that's what happened to Marvin.
My favorite picture is the picture that is located on the Kennedy Building across from City Hall Plaza, and it's a picture of a member of the Brockton High School Marching Band. And it's my favorite because, being a graduate of Brockton High, I'm all about Brockton High and the kids and everything. So that's one of my favorites. And there's actually another one of my favorites is the one on the Merriam Building, which is of a little boy in boxing gloves. So those are my favorites.
This building is 1 North Main, 3 North Main, 5 North Main, because it was split into 3s. There used to be a 4th floor on it. It was called Canton Hall. Okay, and Stan Bowman, Brockton's original official photographer, learned to dance, he told me, in Canton Hall.
I think the tour was excellent. There were some very beautiful photographs, very poignant moments where you saw the different contrasts from the old Brockton to the new Brockton. You saw beautiful immigrant photographs. You saw the old Brockton, as Mary Beth pointed out, where she grew up, and it was very homogeneous. So I think it's a blending of communities, and it kind of shows it in a striking way. One of the immigrant gentlemen with the American flag, because it shows the hope that folks have when they come here to America. I also like the photograph behind me. It's very controversial because it's on my church, Messiah Baptist Church, and the young lady has some items that are considered drug paraphernalia. But one thing that I heard was that Pastor Walker chose this photograph because a lot of people feel like she may be, an unloved or unwanted individual. He said, "Here's where she can find love," and I just thought that was very beautiful, very spiritual.
I was really inspired by what Ashley and the Fuller did with the art in the windows, and she was a big part of getting us thinking in that way about making it public. So it just took off from there, this idea of making the pictures public. And what about buildings? Well, there were people who had buildings that maybe were empty up top, which is a sad thing. We're sorry that downtown's not fully thriving, but we could use those spaces to put a photograph and really celebrate who Brockton people are.
Come downtown, take a look at the photographs, appreciate the artistic work that went into them, and then maybe spend some time here at Joe's and have a pizza, or spend some time in some of the other businesses in downtown and just get a feel for what it is. But most importantly, have a chance to see the tremendous work that was done.